could have.
We welcome you at Qualify Me Legal. We are based in Manchester. We provide help in order to qualify as a solicitor, barrister, or an immigration advisor. My name is Mansoor Ali, and this is our today's second session. This was the brief introduction. So, after brief introduction, I'm going to tell you what we are going to discuss today. I'll try my level best to speak very slowly in order to make you better understand. Can you all hear me properly now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's wonderful. So let's take a start what we're gonna discuss today. In our last session, as it was face to face, we discussed certain topics, and in our last session, although I'll not spend too much time in order to discuss what we had discussed in our last session. However, in order to give a better understanding or to enhance a bit more understanding, I'd like to cover a bit about last session because last session is straight away interlinked with this session. We discussed in our last session UK immigration history, UK immigration history law. Then we discussed man immigration laws after 1948. Then we had discussed the sources of UK immigration law, and then we discussed categories and impact of Alvi decision. And thereafter, at the very end, we had discussed about what is pre-action protocol notice, how to prepare pre-action protocol notice under CPR rules, and how to file an appeal. These were the topics which we discussed in our last session. So now I'm going to tell you what we're going to discuss in today's session. Today, we are going to discuss about UK immigration categories. So in order to understand better, I have categorized these categories or split it into 5 categories. These are my own categorization. If you go on the Home Office website, you'll not find this categorization. I've done this categorization in order to better understand. So we are going to discuss today work-related visas. In work-related visas, we have further subcategories. We have skilled worker visa, we have high potential visa, we have innovator founder visa. These are the categories within work-related visas. And then second category we're going to discuss is about study and student visas. The third is about visitor and short stay visas. And then we have family and relationship visas. And the fifth category is humanitarian protection visas. As you can see that under the main headings, there are subcategories. I mean, we have limited time. We can't discuss each and every category in this session. However, I have picked up certain categories for you guys, and we're going to discuss in details what are those important categories. I'll tell you what documents are required, what does the guideline says, and what are requirements under immigration law in order to get a grip or in order to enhance your understanding about those categories. So let's move forward exactly what we are going to discuss in today's session. Today's we specifically gonna discuss about 4 categories. As I told you, we have number of categories which are split it into five, and there were further subcategories into five. Now I have picked up four further categories, and those categories are visit visas, innovator founder visa, UK expansion, and then skilled worker visa. And I'll tell you in details how to apply visit visa, how to apply innovator founder visa, how to apply skill visa and UK expansion worker visa. Then we discuss what normally applicant or those people who are working in profession, what type of mistakes they normally make when they apply for these visas. And on top of that, once I have explained one category, uh, I'll give you a break, and thereafter I'll give you 10 to 15 minutes in order to pose any question. Because uh, last time what happened, people had lots of questions, and obviously we are human. It's so difficult to digest eat and everything at the same time. So this time, after explaining one category, I'll give you ample time duration to pose any question, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. So let's move forward to visit visas. So visit visa. Visit visa, as the name suggests, visit visa is for the purpose of visit basically. The home office, there are different type of visit visas. For instance, visit visa for the purpose of standard visitor, visit visa for the purpose of giving medical exam, visit visa for the purpose of exploring the business activities, visit visa for transit purpose, or visit visa for private medical treatment. So these are different categories of visit visas. Let me explain you that. Do you know that how to apply and where to apply visit visas? If you were in my last session, if somebody was in my last session, can someone explain that where to apply? What is the web page where we need to apply for a visit visa? Can someone tell me, please, a bit, so I would know if you know something, or I have to explain you a bit about where to apply and how to apply, please. Hello,
I
can you
wasn't
hear
really
me, please?
in, I wasn't really in the last session, but I think you need like a
Who is
solid.
speaking, please? Who is speaking, please?
I'm Amar.
Amar, wonderful. Amar, just tell me where to apply visit visa. What is the name of web page?
It's the UK government website, I
It's
guess.
gov.uk. When you apply, Amar, I appreciate your answer, and I appreciate your addition. Although you are not present, but I can understand you have a law background. Yes,
Yes.
in order to apply for a visit visa, you need to create your personal account if you are applying in your personal capacity, or if you are applying for your client. Obviously, you have to open up an account for your client in order to apply visit visa. The web page is www.gov.uk. Please note down with yourself www.gov.uk. This is the web page where you need to create an account for you or for your client. So this is the first step, and the second step to give an answer to the all questions. Uh, Remember that the application form is very simple, but against every question there are repercussions, there are guidelines, there are rules, and there are those things which have repercussions. For instance, if you have ticked, that you did not have any previous immigration history, and it was an information which you have hidden, the Home Office has a right in order to ban you because you have hidden important information. So keep in your mind that although the questions are very simple, but the repercussions are quite grave. So be careful when you answer simple questions. So in order to apply visit visas, as I told you, there are a number of different categories, but whenever you apply, you have to tell to the Home Office by yourself, either you are applying for private medical treatment, or you are applying for marriage visa, or you are applying for transit visa. You have to categorically explain the Home Office by yourself. And further, at the end of application, when you start completing the application, there is a paragraph which is called additional information. You have to give in detail about the additional information because it's up to you to inform to the Home Office about each and every information because the balance of probability is always on applicant. So it's entirely up to you to satisfy the Home Office that you are meeting the certain criteria. Now we have discussed the basics of visit visas. We're gonna go now. What are certain requirements? What what is a test which normally Home Office gonna foresee in order to see yours or your client application? So the first test, the Home Office or Anti-Clearance Officer. When we say ECO, it stands for Anti-Clearance Officer. When the Home Office caseworker would handle your application from outside the country, they would entertain as an ECO. ECO stands for Entry Clearance Officer. And when they entertain an application from within the UK, we call them SSHD because SSHD stands for Secretary of State for Home Department, and caseworker basically use the authority of Secretary of State of the Home Department in order to judge your application. So let's move to suitability criteria. As I already explained you, there are different categories of visit visas. Now, I already explained you how to apply. I already explained you what to write in additional information. Either you have to explain in detail in additional information column, or if you're part of a law firm, it's important for you to write very, very detailed presentation letter on behalf of your client that look, this is the whole case and you need to satisfy to the caseworker then how your client is meeting the whole requirement of a visit visa. And there is no right of an appeal in visit visa cases. And on top of that, keep in mind that visit visa is not switchable from within the UK. No matter you have applied for 6 months visa or for 1 year visa or for 2 years or 5 years visa, it is not switchable in most categories from within the UK. So the most important and first step which the Home Office or anti-clearance officer would foresee is suitability criteria. So the suitability criteria has been discussed in detail in part 3 of appendix 5. So can you please note it down yourself, the suitability criteria, and it is in appendix 5. So the first is suitability criteria. The second important thing which the caseworker would foresee is mandatory grounds of refusal. Mandatory ground of refusals are basically those refusals where the Home Office would straight away refuse your application because, as the name suggests, they are mandatory of nature. So you need to measure your application if your application or your client's application is falling under any mandatory ground for refusal. You need to have a look categorically, because if your client application is falling under mandatory ground for refusal, the Home Office straight away refuse your application. What are mandatory ground of refusals? First thing is about the good, public good. If there was any deportation order. Second is criminal conviction. Then if you made any false or previous presentations, or there are a number of mandatory grounds for refusal which you can foresee on the screen. If there was an exclusion from refugee status, these are the mandatory grounds for refusal. So if you have mandatory ground of refusal, I would suggest you do not apply. Try to address the mandatory ground of refusal first and then apply for your client application or your own application. If your application falls within the mandatory ground of refusal, the Home Office is bound straight away to refuse your visa. And these are the grounds for mandatory refusals. Now let's move forward to discretionary grounds of refusal. As the name suggests, discretionary ground of refusal. In discretionary ground of refusal, if there are highly chances that if you have explained the Home Office about this under the domain of discretionary grounds, then why this breach had occurred, then there are highly chances if you have satisfied the Home Office, they're going to allow your application. What are your discretionary grounds of refusal? Let me explain in details, because there are chances under discretionary ground of refusal of satisfying the Home Office. If you have satisfied the Home Office, then there are highly chances of successful of your visa. For instance, there was an immigration of previous immigration breach. For instance, your client was in the UK on a visit visa, and he had breached immigration rules. Then you need to explain in detail why the client had breached immigration rules. As I told you, you have two places in order to explain the breach of these immigration rules. First place is additional information, and the second is your own presentation letter. You have to explain why did you breach previous immigration rules. You have to satisfy the Home Office. For instance, the reasons were beyond to the client's or applicant's uh, approach. It was beyond human control. Therefore, these grounds were breached. And then there was an outstanding NHS debt. Nowadays, there are a number of refusals coming across, because people normally come in the UK, they normally use NHS services in case of emergencies. For instance, if A was in the UK and he had a heart problem or any emergency situation, he was not entitled to use NHS, and if A has used NHS, then obviously he's responsible to pay. And if he has not paid, obviously the debt would pile up if it's more than £500. And this is again discretion on the part of Home Office to refuse the application, because you have to satisfy the Home Office why did you not pay the debt. So these are mandatory, discretionary ground of refusals. And then there are a number of other discretionary ground of refusals. Uh, Another case which is coming across nowadays is about the litigation cost. For instance, A has applied a visa from Dubai, and his visa was refused. Thereafter, A went into litigation and A filed judicial review against the Home Office. So there was a reverse cost on the part of A against him, and he did not pay that cost. It is called litigation cost. As in the UK, we have reverse cost system, and losing party is responsible for the cost of the winning party. And this litigation cost was remained unpaid and he applied visit visa again, straight away the Home Office has a discretion in order to refuse this application. As I told you, that normally they refuse it. It's a discretion of our Home Office. But if you satisfy the Home Office that why this breach occur, then there are highly chances that the Home Office will not refuse. It's entirely up to you, or it's entirely up to your client to satisfy the Home Office that why this breach occurred previously. So I hope you have understood what was a discretionary ground of refusal. So at first stage, you would measure your application about the mandatory refusal, then discretionary round of refusal, and thereafter you'll go for eligibility criteria for standard visitor visas. As far as concerned about eligibility criteria, there are certain eligibility criteria which an individual is required to meet when he or she applies for visit visas. For instance, if they have genuine intention. I'll discuss each and everything in detail after discussing about the eligibility requirements. So they need to demonstrate that they have genuine intention to visit and they will not stay in the UK more than the required times and they'll not breach any UK immigration law and they are in a position in order to afford themselves and they will not rely on public funds. So these are the eligibility requirement for standard visitor visas, which you need to meet in order to get a successful or in order to get an approval. So as far as concerned about intention, uh, intention is a subjective criteria. Obviously, you cannot foresee intention of someone through your naked eyes. You have to, there are add some criteria in order to meet the intention. For instance, if A wanted to come to the UK, if he has ties back to his home country, if he gonna go back, if he has got children back to his home country, there are some additions which gonna prove the intention of that individual. So intention has been highlighted or been explained in detail in V for part 4.2 of Appendix 5. So you need to satisfy to the Home Office about intention. Apart from the intention, you need to satisfy to the Home Office that you have ties back to your home country. The ties can be divided into two criteria. Your blood ties, for instance, you have your family, you have your parents, you have your mother, father, your childhood friends back to your home countries. This is how you can establish your ties. And on top of that, as far as concerned about if you have funds, you need to demonstrate funds through the bank statement. So you need to tell the Home Office that, look, these are the funds which are specified for the purpose of this visit and which I'm going to use for the purpose of this visit. So these are the fund requirements. Apart from that, let me explain you now what documents are required in order to apply for a visit visa. Can you all hear me, please? Can anyone speak so I'll come to know that all of you people are hearing me properly, please?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
And if I'm speaking very slowly and it's possible for you to understand me, or should I speak a bit loud, please?
You're talking at, I think, great pace, good pace.
That's wonderful. Ibtisam, you are most welcome.
Thank you so much.
So there are certain documents which we need to which we need to provide to the Home Office. As I told you, you need to satisfy the Home Office about your intention. You have sufficient funds. You can afford yourself. You'll not breach immigration law in the UK, and you have sufficed ties. Now I'll come about the documents which you need to provide to the Home Office. So, for most important thing is you need to complete your application. I have noticed some professional complete the visit visa application on the phone. They take basically their clients on the phone, and thereafter they start completing the application form. I've noticed the second way of completing the application is they normally invite to their clients to their office. They sit face to face, they pose the question, and the client normally answer those questions, and this is how they complete their application form. This is unprofessional way. I'll not ask you or suggest you complete the application form to this way. There's a more formal way, and that formal way is always send your questionnaire to your client and ask them to complete it and thereafter send back to you. Why? Because the client gonna get ample time duration in order to complete the application form. Prepare your own questionnaire by yourself. If you don't have, we can provide you a questionnaire. Send that questionnaire to your client and ask them to complete. There will be you're gonna get two benefits through this questionnaire. First benefit is client gonna answer you very properly, and the second big benefit you're gonna get you're gonna cover your backup. For instance, in the application form, there's a question: have you ever visited the UK before? If you have said no, and the Home Office has found yes, he visited before, and he breached the immigration law in the United Kingdom, the Home Office straight away gonna refuse the application, and they're gonna ban the client for 10 years under Section 320D. And the client gonna revert back to you, and he would say, Mr. Lawyer, I told you something else, and you have written something else. You'll have no proof in front of you to defend yourself by saying that, look, your answer was this, and I have written whatever you have told me. Obviously, it was a verbal conversation between you and your client, and you'll not be in a position to satisfy to any party, to your regulator, the Home Office, or to your client. So I would suggest you always send properly questionnaire, prepare questionnaire to the client, and this is how you can get further answers. So send proper questionnaire to the client. The client gonna complete it. Once he has completed, then while sitting in your office, start completing the application form. And if there's any further question, always ask further questions through a written form, not in a verbal form. So let us go about the documents which we are required in order to apply for a visit visa. I'll discuss about standard visitor visa, and thereafter you can add further whatever the visa category is. You can add on further documents. First important thing is about your bank statement. Number of time people raise this question: what should be the minimum and maximum balance? As far as concerned about Home Office guidelines or rules, there is no criteria according to my point of view. But it's your responsibility to satisfy the Home Office that I can satisfy myself. I have ample funds in order to come and go. I have enough funds in order to justify this visit. For the sake of arguments, if your client is going to UK for 10 days, you should have that money in account. And nowadays, there are Home Office refusing lots of application because people normally deposit lots of funds in their account, and they are expecting nowadays to provide details of each and every incoming and ongoing funds in your in your bank statement. So if you have deposited certain amount of money before applying, for sake of arguments, if you have deposited 2 million any currency or 10,000 pounds in your account, you need to explain the Home Office, then why did you deposit this 10,000 pound in your account before applying? Either it's you have sold the property, someone already bought from you, or someone gifted you. What was the source of this fund which you have deposited? So, for most important thing, which I told you about your bank statement, as far as concerned about the bank statement, there should be consistency in your bank statement. I mean, consistency means there shouldn't be too much up and down. I meant to say to last month, you had a bank statement and the balance was £10. Today you are applying and the balance is £10,000. It's quite illogical. The Home Office is going to refuse straight away your application on the basis of this type of bank statement because there is too much inconsistency. So your bank statement should be in a line, should be of a normal bank statement. I mean, you need to prove that you are a settled person back to your home country, and the only way to prove is if it's your bank statement in terms of affordability. So bank statement should be a logical bank statement. There shouldn't be too much ups and downs or in and out in your bank statement, and there shouldn't be too much, transactions which you can't justify. So, as far as concerned about the bank statement, I told you it should be logical and it should be a normal businessman person if you are a businessman. As far as concerned about if you are a businessman, you need to provide detailed bank statement for the last 1 year plus proof of your self-employment. If you are self-employed, if you are working as a company, then you need to provide details about your company, that I'm the only shareholder or I have certain shares in my company and this is a bank statement of my company. If a salaried person in your company, then you need to provide about 3 to 6 months salary slips and your last year tax return if you are working as a self-employed. Tax return is not compulsory documents, but if it is compatible with your bank statement and all your the whole of your application, then provide the a tax return. Otherwise, be very cautious about the tax return. If you have showed the last year your profit was £500 and today you are going to afford uh, a visit visa worth of £5,000, it's quite not logical and the Home Office can refuse. So we discuss in detail about the bank statement. Now let's move forward about sponsor. Who gonna sponsor you? If you are applying for a family visit visa, and you have any of your blood relative in the UK, they can sponsor you. There's a certain criteria of sponsorship declaration. If you need from us, we can provide you as a good gesture, as a sample. They can sponsor you. They have to sign before a solicitor, barrister, or before the embassy people. And after signing, they're going to post you, and thereafter you need to provide the sponsor with the application form. Keep in mind, if you do not have a sponsor, it does not mean it's end of the world. Some people consider that sponsorship is a mandatory requirement. It's not a mandatory requirement. If you are coming to UK for the purpose of visit and you want to move around, you have ample or suffice funds in your account straight away, book a hotel, and through the hotel booking, you can specify the Home Office that I'm going to stay in a hotel whilst my visit in the UK, and there is no requirement at all in order to provide the sponsorship. You can straight away provide hotel booking in order to satisfy this criteria. I hope I explained detail about the sponsorship. Now, the purpose of your visit. As far as concerned about the purpose of your visit, Home Office is expecting you to provide in detail, in case of standard visitor visa, that where you gonna go whilst you stay in the UK. It's quite important for you to inform the Home Office the whole details of your staying in the UK for sake of argument. If you are going to move around the UK, then explain them, I'm gonna stay at this place. I have distributed my whole visit into days. I'm gonna go to, if you want to go to the London Eye, if you want to go to see British Museum, you want to go to the sake of argument to Oxford University, you have to explain the Home Office that I've done my work, I've planned my whole visit, and I have a plan in mind in order to visit these areas. So these are the things which we need to consider. And I forgot to discuss about if you are a salaried person, then if you are a salaried person, then you need to provide 3 to 6 months salary to salary slips the Home Office. Because through salary slips, you can satisfy the Home Office that I'm doing a job in my home country. This is my salary, and through salary, I piled up certain funds in order to apply for a visit visa. And this is how you can satisfy the Home Office. As I told you, if you are working as self-employed or as a company, then we have a different criteria. If you are a salaried person, obviously you have to apply, you have to provide salaries to the Home Office. And these are the certain criteria about salary slips. Now coming about the ties. How you will explain the Home Office about the ties. As far as concerned about the ties, you can provide, if you are visiting alone, you can provide straight away your marriage certificate, your property documents, and the birth certificate of your children. These are documents which are suffice in order to establish your ties back to your home country. And you can inform the Home Office that I have sibling back to my home country. I spent my whole life in my home country. I have my wife back to my home country. I have my parents. I have my childhood friends. All of my ties are my back to home country. These are the certain things which we need to inform to the Home Office in order to establish certain ties. So these are the criterias for standard visa. Apart from this criteria, if you are going to add a specific purpose of visit, for sake of arguments, you want to attend any lecture in the UK, then in addition to these standard requirements, you need to inform the Home Office that I'm going to come in the UK in order to attend any lecture. For the sake of arguments, you're going to come at Qualify Me Legal in order to attend a lecture. You're going to come to attend a lecture at Lincoln's Inn or anywhere. And why, in a very same way, the purpose of your client visit is to attend any qualifying exam for the sake of arguments, PLAB exam. Then apart from these additional requirements, you need to provide proof that your client is going to come for the purpose of giving PLAB exam in the UK. And the purpose will be obviously not standard visitor visa, rather he's going to come for the purpose, as I told you, for the purpose of giving exam, which is called PLAB exam. So these are the whole things which you need to provide in order to apply your visit visa. I'm going to explain you again. You need to apply bank statement. You need to apply sponsor declaration. You need to inform about intention of your visit. What's the purpose of your visit? You need to inform in details all these things through the documents, and you need to inform the Home Office representation letter to the additional column. It's up to you to satisfy the Home Office about all these criterias, which I explain you detail. I hope I have informed you in very detail about the standard visitor visa and the required documents. And now I'm going to give you 10 minutes question and answer session about visit visas. And once it has been done, thereafter, we're going to move forward to the other categories. Now it's your time now. Please one by one. Thank you.
Hello, sir. I'm Gule Fuban.
May I know your good name, please?
Sir, I'm Gule Fuban.
Gule Khuban. Gule Khuban, just hang on for a second. Saad, are you with me now? Saad, I can't see people. I can't see the screen, Saad. Okay, Gule Khuban, can you please pose a question?
Yes,
Gule
sir.
Khuban, can you see me?
Yes, sir, I can see you.
Okay, that's wonderful. I can't see you, therefore, perhaps your video is mute. Anyway, I have no issue at all. Gule Khuban, you can pose a question. Yes,
Okay,
Gule Khuban.
sir. Actually, sir, I'm working with IOM in their project, so I deal a lot of refugees. Sir, you in the visit visa compulsory. What did you say? Like they are not given the visa in the first section. You told about the points in which they are not given the visa. And there was something about the refugees or the humanitarian process. Sir, could you explain that a little?
Let me explain you, Gule Khuban. I appreciate your question is a very good question. Uh, I did not tell you that if you are going to apply for refugee status, they're going to refuse. Let me explain you. There are just two ways in order to apply for refugee status. If you are outside, are you Gule Khuban? Are you from outside the UK or within the UK?
Sir, I'm in Pakistan, but sir, I work for International Organization of Migration. I work in their project. So I come across
That's
a lot of
wonderful.
refugees and they really
That's
want to
wonderful.
get guided.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful, Gule Khuban. Gule Khuban, let me explain you. If you are outside from the UK, you cannot apply for asylum. The only way is to apply once you have entered in the UK. Enter in the UK or you have entered in the UK embassy. As we all know, the embassies are considered as an island of their country. And if you have entered in the UK, then you can apply for asylum case or refugee status. Or if you have entered in the UK embassy, which is not possible as you know about it. We had a case, uh, I just forgot it. The person who leaked the whole information and he entered into embassy and thereafter he applied. He was from America. I just forgot the name. It was a WikiLeaks, something like that. And he applied for asylum after entering into the embassy. And I can't see number of examples where people enter into embassy and they applied for asylum. There are very exceptional cases. If an individual is very high-fi, his life is at stake, then obviously embassy people are going to take quite seriously. But in every second case, they do not take seriously. They will let the people to enter for the purpose of applying for asylum or refugee status. In order to apply for refugee status, you must enter in the UK and thereafter you have to apply refugee status. Gule Khuban, I think I have answered your query. If it is still not clear, please pose this question. I'm happy to re-answer this question.
Thank you, sir. Sir, it's clear.
That's wonderful. Any question, Zakia? Any question? Other guys, please pose a question. This is your time. Saad, where are you? I can't see myself. I can't see other people.
Sir, all people are seeing you.
But I can't see
Sir,
myself where I am now.
they are cross their camera. If they uncross the camera, maybe you will see.
Uh, you have an access to my screen. If everything is okay.
Yes, everything is fine, sir.
Okay, let's move forward. Zakia, if you have any question, Amar, you pose number of questions. Pose any question. It's your time now.
I don't really have any. So, I mean, there's no
I
like.
think you must be very tired now from your
Yeah,
travel. Anyways,
Yeah,
no,
I most of the times my eyes just shut and then I realize, okay, sorry, I'm in a class, so I'm
no,
just
wake
trying.
up. Do not
Yeah,
sleep here.
yeah,
We are
I'm trying.
expecting you to wake up now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have enjoyed your holidays a lot. I have personal information, so it's time not to sleep on the screen. Wake up now.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Zakia, if you have any, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping. I'm just really tired.
Yeah, I know about it. I'm just kidding with you in order to just cheer you up. Zakia, if you have any question, please.
No, thank you, Mr. Sir. You cleared everything very well. Yeah, I haven't got any question. Thank you.
That's
So,
wonderful. That's wonderful.
like
And
what is
as far as
it?
concerned about, let me explain you. If your client, the lady who posed very first question, I forgot her name. What's her name, please? Can you please repeat your name, please?
The Gule Khuba.
Gule Khuban, let me tell you one thing more. If your client has an intention in order to apply for a refugee status or asylum protection, it's important. Time is very important. Uh, Always guide your client to stay away, apply after entry into the UK. Either apply on airport or after entering the UK after a certain time, stay away, apply for refugee status or immigration, because after the more the time they're going to spend inside the UK, it will be difficult to justify the Home Office why did you apply late. So it's always recommended to apply straight away after entering in the UK. And there are certain guidelines about you can see on the Home Office web page. These are called country guidelines. Always read country guidelines about visit visa. Always read, apart from country guidelines, there are other guidelines which is called applicant guidelines, and there's a third guideline which is called guideline for the caseworker. I always suggest people read and focus guidelines for the caseworker, because caseworker guidelines gonna tell you in very detail what the caseworker gonna foresee in order to view your application. Can we further move to the next category, please?
Sir, I have one question.
Yes,
Can you hear
please.
me?
Yes, I can hear
Ask
you, Sal.
what is the technical reason that visit visa is not switchable to any other visa?
Let me explain you. Uh, there are exceptions. First of all, there is no technical reason at all. Obviously, we have rules, established rule laid on by the parliament, and we have guidelines that visit visa is not switchable. There is no technical reason at all. There are legal reasons, because if the Home Office would allow uh, the switching of visit visa, every second person gonna come on a visit visa, and thereafter they would stop switching. And the purpose of the other category is gonna go into lurch. Obviously, this will be an easy way. Who gonna pay for the hefty fee for the other visa categories if it would be switchable? Therefore, according to my point of view, it's not switchable. And the second category, and the second reason is, as I told you, it's not a technical reason, it's a legal reason. However, there are certain exceptions, and those certain exceptions are human rights exceptions. For instance, if A has entered in the UK from any country and thereafter he or she has established a private life in the UK, which is often called Article 8 life, then yes, he can apply the Home Office. Although it's not easy to switch, but then they can switch. These are exceptions. The good
Can
way
I
is that
please?
person should go back to home country and he or she apply straight away for a spouse visa or partner visa. But if he or she can demonstrate or such a Home Office why they're applying within the UK, if, as I told you, there is existing Article 8 or private and family life, then yes, in exceptional circumstances, they can switch. but in most of the time, it's not switchable. I hope I have answered your question, Saad.
Yes, sir. Thank you so very much, sir. It's clear now. Thank you, sir.
You are most welcome. Can we move forward, guys? We have three more categories and 1 hour
Can
being
I ask
passed
a
now.
question?
Yes, please. Amar, you can pose the question.
Yes. So this new innovator founder visa. So for this, so for example, if I have a business idea, will
Amar, can I stop you here? The next category is Innovator Founder Visa. Let me
oh
go into Innovator Founder Visa. Then you can pose any question related to Innovator Founder
sure.
Visa. If your question is related to Innovator Founder Visa or Visit Visa, if it's related to Visit Visa, then pose question at this stage. Otherwise, I'm going to answer when we have finished Innovator Founder Visa. What is your
All right.
suggestion now?
Sure. I would wait for you to finish.
That's wonderful. Let's go to Innovator Founder Visa. So as the name, let me have a glass, a bit water because I'm a bit exhausted now. Excuse me. As the name suggests, the Innovator Founder Visa is for those people who have got innovative idea and they have something which is of innovative of nature, then they can apply Innovator Founder Visa. Innovator Founder Visa can be applied from outside the UK and from within the UK. So your idea must be of innovative of nature. Your idea must be scalable and your idea must be viable. Then you can apply Innovator Founder Visa. Let me explain you that the idea could be of any idea. It shouldn't be an idea of a very hi-fi idea. Even a small idea could be of innovative founder category, can come within the domain of innovative founder visa. For the sake of arguments, uh, we had a guy in Pakistan. He started Matka Chai, and it was of innovative of nature. So these small type of innovations, you can satisfy the home office that you this is the innovative thing which I'm going to introduce in the UK, and they can allow you. So there are three things which we need to establish or we need to determine if under the domain of eligibility requirements in order to apply for innovative founder visa. As I told you, the idea must be of innovative of nature. It must be scalable and viable. If you have these three things in order to establish, then you can apply innovator founder visa. And once you have an idea, thereafter, you need to lay down this idea in a business plan, and that business plan must be back up with the funds because you need to inform the home office that look, I have this idea and I'm going to practically launch this idea in the UK and I have these funds in my account in order to establish this idea in a business form. So you must have suffice fund in order to support this idea. This visa is for 3 years, and after 3 years, you can straight away apply for indefinite leave to remain. And at first stage, as I told you, you should have an idea which is viable, scalable, and your idea must be of innovative of nature. Secondly, you once you have these things, then you need a business plan. That business plan, you need to get endorsement from the endorsement body. There are a number of endorsement bodies, different for this business plan for different categories. If your business idea, for instance, you are going to start any, for the sake of arguments, anything related to catering service, then you have different endorsement body. If your idea is of technical nature, then obviously you have a different body. Then different bodies are there within the UK in order to approve your endorsement. Once your endorsement has been done, thereafter you need to apply straight away for entry clearance from outside the UK or from within the UK. You can straight away apply the Home Office and you can switch off from any other category into Innovator Founder Visa. So this is the whole background of Innovator Founder Visa. If you have any innovative idea, you are a chef, you have amazing idea within the category of innovation, and your idea is backed up with a proper business plan and bank statement, then you can satisfy the Home Office endorsement body at first stage that look, I have this idea. If this idea has been approved, then you can straight away launch this idea within the UK. And after the endorsement body will be in touch with you after 12 months. They would conduct the progress, and you have to maintain the progress. If you could not maintain your progress and endorsement body is not satisfied, then the endorsement body can consider the Home Office to curtail your endorsement or innovator founder visa, and the Home Office can straight away curtail you or suspend or revoke your visa. So be careful. After getting the endorsement body would stand on your head, and they are expecting you to execute that plan, whichever had been given at first stage. So apart from the initial discussion, you would need financial requirement, which is called financial funds. You need to show that you have £1,270 in personal saving for 28 days before applying. And if you are within the UK, then you need to show the same type of funds. Apart from financial requirement, there is another requirement which is called English language requirement. English language requirement can be satisfied if you have a degree from within the UK, or there are other ways to satisfy the Home Office. If you do not have a degree from within the UK, you can satisfy to IELTS, or there are minimum standards which is called CEFR standard or B1 level. You need to satisfy the Home Office that you can read, write, speaking, and listening, and you need to pass or score English language tests. There are a number of tests. One of the tests is called CELT, and through these tests, you can satisfy the Home Office in regards to English language requirement. So as I explained you need to satisfy the Home Office about the English language requirement. Then you need to satisfy the Home Office about endorsement requirement. Duration of stay, as I told you, will be 3 years, and after 3 years, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain or ILR or settlement, and thereafter you can straight away apply for a British passport. This is the whole crux of Innovator Founder Visa. As far as concerned about the application process, you need to apply online. As I told you before when we were discussing about the visit visa, you need to apply through gov.uk, and thereafter you need to open up your account. The procedure is same, and thereafter you're going to apply. You need to give your biometrics. Once the application has been submitted, the processing time, this processing time I picked up on the Home Office website, but nowadays they are taking quite a long time. There's a priority service available as well from the UK. The Home Office normally charge extra fee if you have opted for the priority service. The application fee for this one innovator category is from outside UK is £1,274, and inside the UK is £1,590. And on top of that, as I told you, that you need to get endorsement as well, and you need to pay separate £1,000 as endorsement fee. Apart from the application endorsement fee, you need to pay immigration health surcharge. Immigration health surcharge uh, uh, is quite a lot. I think it's £1,500 or something. I'm not sure about what Home Office is charging nowadays, immigration health in terms of immigration health surcharge. So you need to pay three fees. First is application fee, second one is endorsement body fee, and the third one is immigration health surcharge. So these are the fees which you need to pay in order to get innovator founder visa. And there are certain activities which are called permitted activities under this category. You can establish and operate business, your own business, or you can enhance your skill, and you can bring your own dependents. You can travel a number of times from outside the UK. However, it is quite reasonable, and I always suggest to all the participants that do not spend too much time outside from the UK if you're on a way to founder visa, because uh, there is a time duration limit which has been explained in the guidelines. I do not know exactly how many days right now. It's not in my mind, but you have to establish the Home Office that I have executed my business plan before applying to indefinite leave to remain. So you can come and go, yes, but you need to explain Home Office before applying the indefinite leave to remain. That I have established my business in the UK. I have executed the whole business plan, and you need to satisfy the endorsing body that you are on the track, and thereafter you can apply straight away indefinite leave to remain. You are not allowed to access public fund or work as a professional sport person, professional course, professional sport coach under the category of innovator founder visa. So this was the whole in and out of innovator founder visa. So, any question about innovator founder visa? Amar, you had a question about this category. I tried my level best to explain each and everything about innovator founder visa. Now you can pose any question. Amar, you had a question about this
Actually, it
category.
was regarding, I wanted to ask whether whether someone is gonna sponsor you the amount to invest, but like after going through everything, it's clear that you need your own funds and everything, and you need your own idea. I thought that in the beginning, I thought that you just need an idea, and if it gets approved, then someone like from like a governing body or anyone else, they give you funds to start up. That was my question. But yeah, that's fine now. It's clear now.
Now you need to explain in detail in your business plan for the sake for the sake of argument. If I'm telling the Home Office that look, I have £50,000 in order to execute my business, I need to categorically explain the Home Office that in first year I would spend this much money. This much money has been allocated for marketing purpose. This much money is for day-to-day running of expenses, and you need to explain each and everything, how much money has been reserved in order to execute that business plan. Amar, it's entirely up to it depends on business plan, what business plan you are going to give the Home Office.
Is
If you
there
are
like
going
any
to give
limit? Is there any limit you need to have? Like how much?
Amar, there is no threshold, but according to
Okay.
my point of view, at least £50,000 or equivalent should be in your account. Because if you are going to satisfy the Home Office, end of the day, you need to satisfy them. Uh, Whoever has applied with a less fund, Home Office Home Office always raise number of questions then therefore I'll suggest you, if you have fund back up to your business plan, then apply for this visa. And amount, no one is going to provide you these funds. You need to generate these funds by yourself. Either you should have this fund in your own account, or you need to generate by yourself. No one's going to
And
provide you fund
the
in the UK.
NHS and application fee and everything that you have to pay later once your idea gets accepted, right? or
Let me
before that?
explain you. Let me explain you. As far as concerned about at first stage, you should have an idea, right? Once you have
Yes.
an idea, thereafter you need to you should have a business plan. Third stage, you need to apply to the endorsement body in order to approve that business plan. At that stage, you need to pay £1,000, right? And
Okay.
after this endorsement, then you need to apply for your visas. At that stage, you would pay for application fee plus the immigration health surcharge fee. So this is how you're gonna split the whole fee structure.
Okay. But what, for example, what if you have like paid for the endorsement body, visa, and everything, and then what if they reject your idea, the home office? Do you get refund of the amount you have like spent?
Let me explain you. If the endorsement body has approved your idea, then there are highly chances the home office will not reject you because of an idea. They can reject you
Okay.
for other reasons, but not for an idea. If they have rejected you, then obviously you'll be able to, if you have been given a right of an appeal, you can appeal. Otherwise, you can obviously go through pre-action protocol notice if your rights have been breached, or through judicial review. So this is the whole the situation.
Okay. Okay.
If you, Amar, if you have any further question, I don't mind to take further question in this
Yeah,
category.
just
You
one
can
last
explore.
question. Like, my only thing is like, for example, if the endorsement body they reject your idea, so what about the £1,000 or like £1,200 you have paid? Like, would that get like would you get like a refund for that? Because rest you have to, I know, pay later once your endorsement body accepts the idea. Like then you have to invest, then you can pay your NHS fee, NHS health surcharge, and everything. But what about the before, like that £1,000 you had paid for the endorsement body?
Amar, as far as concerned about endorsement body fee, if they do not straight away reject, they both basically ask further questions,
Okay, all right.
right? If your business plan is viable, scalable, in the best interest of British public, and if it's a good business plan, then they're gonna endorse. If they are not satisfied, they'll ask further questions. At last
Okay.
stage, if they have, for the sake of arguments, if they have rejected the business plan, you're gonna waste your £1,000.
Oh,
Forget about £1,000 then. So I would suggest you, your business plan should be a very proper business plan, and they should meet the three standards which I already explained you. It should be viable, it should be
mhm,
scalable, and it should be in the best interest of public. It should be
okay.
of innovative of nature. If these three or four criterias, you have met, then there are very less chances they're going to refuse your business plan.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's clear now. Thank you.
Any further question about this category, Zakia, or any other guy
I
who?
sorry, am I interrupting someone? Yeah, I got the questions. Few questions for you. You
Zakia, one question, please.
okay? This is scalable. Does it mean that any number of the jobs they need to create it through the endorsing body? Any expectations the client are applicant need to fulfill in order to scalable with the generating the jobs?
I'm not discussing scalable. I'm discussing innovator founder, Zakia.
You know, with the innovator, it does say that there are the three elements involved in it. It's a viable, innovative, and the scalable. So scalable doesn't mean they need to create the jobs, or just scalable.
Let me explain you. Yes, you need to create a job if your business plan is, for instance, I'm going to establish a big venture. Obviously, I won't be able to do by myself. Yes, you have to create jobs as well.
So any expectation in terms of endorsing body that they should create the a client for number of jobs least. I'm just
As I
trying
told
to.
you, as I told you, it depends on a business plan. Previously, they were expecting three, but if your business plan is of a nature where you don't need any person, why would you create a job? Otherwise, yes, if they were expecting you to create up to 3 people jobs as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
And you
That's great.
need, there is no standard, obviously there's no threshold in order to pay to those employee. If you are going to start a venture, obviously you would need, people surrounding you who are going to help you in order to execute that plan. As I told you, this is purely founder category. And if your business plan is of a nature where you need further hands, for instance, you need HR, someone for HR, you need someone in order to do marketing, you need someone who, in order to contact with the clients, obviously you can't do everything by your own.
Yeah.
As we already discussed, that we need uh, to give a certain figures to home office that look, I have this much money in my account. Obviously, you need to pay, you need to crack down, you need to categorize, or you need to tell the home office that this much payment I'm going to spend on these employees, this much payment I'm going to spend on marketing and to the legal cost, this and that.
Which is one more thing, the source of funds. Do they ask that the source of fund is someone got that 50,000 suddenly in account, and does it need to be for a certain number of months or days into their account, or just anytime they
Yes,
can?
it should be in your account before applying about 28 days.
Okay, and the proof of funds they need to.
Proof of fund, yes, let me explain you. It should not be kickback money. It should not be laundered money. You don't need to provide proof of funds, but it should be legit money.
Okay,
Home Office
that's
did not open up this category because previously we had certain categories which were misused quietly. For instance, tier one investor and tier one entrepreneur. I raised number of time objections on those categories because those categories were misused by the launderer. So yes, you should have a proof at any time. Home Office can ask proof or source of fund, and that money should be legit. Although there are no certain requirements, there's no Home Office guidelines that you need to provide source of these funds. But yes, it should be a legit money. If you're applying
great.
for your client, it should be a legit money. You need to double check it. If you do not check it, and if you did not check, obviously, it could be a regulatory matter for yourself that you did not check properly about the source of these funds. So it is in the best interest of your client. It is in your best interest, and it is in the best interest of the UK government or the state that you need to check the source of those funds. It is your regulatory requirement as well.
That's it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any further question from anyone, or we can move forward now?
Yeah, I have a question. Actually, it's a general question.
Mhm.
It's my first time to know about the UK immigration. So that's why now I'm getting the theoretical knowledge. So getting the practical knowledge, according to you, sir, which platform I can use?
As far as concerned about practical knowledge, I'm trying to expand my level best to give you theoretical and practical knowledge as well. Obviously, practical knowledge you're gonna get through these type of seminars and through doing by yourself. Because
Yeah.
there are some things which which even a third party can't explain you unless until you do not do by yourself or with them. So this is how we get practical experience.
But
So
I'm a young lawyer, so it's not possible
sorry,
to.
if you're a young lawyer, it doesn't make any difference, Jagjit. End of the day, if you are a new one in the profession, end of the day you have to learn. This is how we learn from the very scratch, or this is how we started. If you're a young lawyer, you stuck anywhere, you can pose any question from us and we are happy to answer any question. uh, you know uh, as I told you, there are certain criterias which you need to meet. Which you need to meet. Do not straight, if you are a young lawyer from outside the countries, do not straight away go to innovator founder visa, because innovator found there are a number of things which you need to handle to the innovator founder visa. Straight away start from the basic categories, for instance, visit visa categories, learn the immigration law, learn the rules, learn the guidelines. As I told you, a number of times I told, immigration law is not a small field, it's a very, very large field. And nowadays, we
There
have
are
moved.
also like there are also like people on LinkedIn who are giving you like who actually tell you from start and they guide you with the application process and everything. Like I've been seeing on like LinkedIn, there are so many people who have started this thing of helping people to even if they don't have an idea, to generate an idea from from scratch. They're helping people out and people are getting like innovative founder visas. So you can just like search through LinkedIn because there are people actually helping other people for this as well.
Okay.
Amar, yes, but I would suggest you, there are lots of scammers as well nowadays. They're gonna get
Yeah,
hefty money from you, and end of the day, you know, I would suggest you generate your own idea. If you have a client,
yeah,
generate through the CV, and if you're stuck somewhere, we can help you at any stage. Obviously, we are sharing information. We are teaching this one
yeah.
subject, and we can help you. It's not an issue. We can help you at any stage.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Can we move forward, or if there's any further question? Zumar, if you have any question, you can pose, please.
No, sir. Right now, there are no questions from my side.
That's wonderful. I remember actually some names. These are random names, uh, which I'm picking up, let's move forward. Now, the next category is UK expansion worker visa overview. Uh, the previous name of UK expansion visa was sole representative visa. Those people who have an idea of sole representative visa, they straight away can pick up that this is basically a new name of UK sole representative visa. It is called UK expansion worker visa. If you have a business outside the UK and you wanted to establish a branch office or overseas business, then you can come through this visa. It is called UK expansion worker visa. So there are certain criteria for every category. The way we had certain criteria for a visit visa, we already discussed about innovator founder visa. In a very same way, we have UK expansion worker visa eligibility criteria and other set of standards which we need. So as far as concerned about UK expansion worker visa, it is called franchise visa as well. The most important thing is you should have an established business outside from the UK, and thereafter you can set up a branch of an overseas business, and through that visa you can send senior manager or specialist employee on that visa. Let me explain you. There's a sort of confusion on the part of people that you can come that the CEO can come on this visa. No, this visa is basically for senior manager or specialist employee, because there must be someone at the back of your home country who gonna run the man business, and therefore this visa is for senior manager or specialist employee. This visa is not for the owner or that person who is the backbone of the man business. So keep in mind, this visa category is for senior manager or specialist employee, right? So in order to qualify for this visa, you should have a valid certificate of sponsorship from your employer. You must work for your employer from outside the UK, and thereafter you can apply for this visa. As far as concerned about uh, work experience requirement, from outside the UK, that person must have worked at least 12 months. There are exceptions if that person did not work with that employee after 12 months, then the salary standard is £73,900 per year. And thereafter, you can send that person on this visa. The visa duration of this visa is for 1 year. Previously, it was 3 years, Now they have changed the rules and the visa duration is for 1 year. Let me explain you how you're gonna apply for this visa category. As we already discussed, you need to go to the Home Office web page. You need to create an account and thereafter you'll take a start. But before taking a start, at first stage, you need to establish an overseas company in the UK with a company's house. We have a regulator within the UK which is called Company's House. You need to establish an overseas company in the UK. And after this company has been established, that company gonna sponsor your senior employee, and thereafter you can send your senior employee in the UK. Apart from opening the company, you need to demonstrate or you need to establish that you have a business place, you have hired a business place, you have opened up a company, you have hired a business place, and uh, you have certain funds in order to establish this business, and thereafter you can apply for UK expansion or franchise visa. This is the whole crux of this visa category. The cost of this visa is £319. As usual, health surcharge £1,035 and proof of funds for yourself £1,270. Three course life involved. I'm going to explain you again. First course application fee, that is £319. Then immigration health surcharge, and that is £1,035. And then proof of sufficient funds, at least £1,270 for yourself. And these funds you must have at least 21 exactive days, especially about the proof of funds in your account in order to demonstrate that you have proof of funds. Rights and restrictions. You can work for your sponsor. You can study and you can bring your own dependents on this visa. You can do unpaid volunteer work. Let me explain you that these are the things which you can do. Again, you can work for your sponsor, you can do volunteer work, you can study on this visa category. What you cannot do, you cannot straight away apply for any public fund. You cannot take a second job. And one thing is more important, you cannot go on settlement under this category. Previously, when we had sole representative visa, it was allowed to apply for settlement, but nowadays, under new name UK Business Expansion Visa, you cannot apply for settlement. This is the whole crux of UK Expansion Worker Visa. I hope I have explained you in detail about UK Expansion Worker Visa. If you have any question, you can pose at this stage, please. Zakia, any question? Hello? If you guys can hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, sir, we are hearing you, sir.
Wonderful. Imar, I have explained about business expansion visa or franchise visa. Zakia, Imar, or those people who already posed any question, if you have any question about franchise visa or business expansion visa, I'm happy to answer now. Please pose any question.
I got the one question. Is that this expand, I don't know, what is the category, sorry, Mr. Saab, you mentioned. Is that the global youth mobility visa? Is that the same thing?
It's a subcategory.
Okay.
As I told you, I have picked certain visas for you guys because time is very short. There are a number of categories available on the Home Office web page. Obviously, I can't explain each and everything. I have picked up those categories which are mostly important in terms of practical point of view, in terms of explaining you in detail. And therefore, I have explained you for 3 categories altogether. And once we have done question answer session, then we're gonna go for skilled worker visa category. If you have any question, you can pose at this stage.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Sir,
And one
not
thing, go ahead, please.
sir, not related to visa, but sir, I just want to ask, do you have any office in Pakistan?
Let me explain you. Yes, we have office. I'll explain you. Khoban, get my number. I'll explain you. Okay. Because Nexus, because Qualify Me Legal obviously is is an institute where we provide legal education. Uh, you can get our details about Pakistan office through us in person or through our manager, Mr. Saad, who is listening each and everything. He's the one who is at the back of IT team. So, Saad, can you please inform to Gule Kuban about the details or my personal number, okay?
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome, Gule Kuban. Any further question, please? No question. There was something in my mind about franchise visa. There must be an established business from outside the UK. When we say an established business, we need to inform the Home Office or we need to provide the Home Office with a detail of business. For instance, if there is a business, there's a small shop having 5 to 10 employee, I wouldn't say it's an established business. They can't afford, they hardly afford, they can't afford by themselves how they can establish a franchise. If they have good employee, good turnover, they are established. The most important thing is they must have established business from outside the UK. Then you can apply for this visa. This is the basic requirement. Obviously, we have other requirements, but it should be very properly established business. Then go for this visa. Otherwise, Home Office is going to refuse it. Let's go to skilled worker visa. Can we go on skilled worker visa or you have any further question?
That's fine.
Imar, Zakia, Zumar,
Yes, please, sir, go
Qadir.
on.
I remember lots of names now. Hashim, Haris, Ali.
Sir, it is
Can
all
we move
clear.
forward now?
Yes.
Clear.
We can move forward.
Wonderful. Skilled worker visa. Skilled worker visa. In order to apply skilled worker visa, as the name suggests, skilled worker visa is basically for those people who are skilled. First thing. Secondly, how to apply. You need an employer in order to apply from skilled worker visa. Either you are applying from outside the UK or from within the UK. You need an employer in order to the employer gonna sponsor you and thereafter you can apply for a skilled worker visa. In order to apply for a skilled worker visa, important thing is you need a job, you need an offer of a job, and thereafter you can apply for this visa category. How you can trace out a job? You can trace out a job through Indeed, through Google, and there are a number of forums you can trace out a job for your client, or your client has already found a job, and thereafter the client can come to you in order to apply online application, and this is how you can apply for them. So this visa is basically for those people who wanted to join any company or any employer in the UK, or this visa category is for those people who are within the UK on other categories. For instance, if they are on PSW or any other category, they can switch on a skilled worker visa. And under the rules, you can apply indefinite leave to remain after 5 years. There are a number of discussions nowadays, and the Home Office is proposing to change the time duration of indefinite leave to remain of this visa category from 5 into 10 year. However, I personally we discussed in last session, it will not be easier for the Home Office to change the time duration or change the clock from 5 into 10 years because we have number of cases where the courts did not allow if they have, or I'm not going to involve myself into any political discussion. If the Home Office has changed the time duration or shrink the time duration of indefinite leave to remain within the UK from 5 to 10 to those people who are already in skilled worker visa, uh, uh, this rule gonna be this guidelines or this idea gonna be challenged before the courts. Previously, yes, we had number of cases like HSMP. I forgot the name of the case laws where the court said you had already promised in HSMP, especially in HSMP category, the court said those people who are within the UK and HSMP, highly skilled immigration program, the Home Office made a promise with them before issuing their visa. Therefore, you cannot change the timeline of indefinite leave to remain. So according to my point of view, if the Home Office proposed to change the guidelines or to change the time duration from 5 to 10 years, they're going to be challenged. The people are going to challenge them straight away to judicial review. It's a very valid challenge, and the chances of this challenge will be highly likely successful. So let's go about the application process. As I told you, you need to apply online by creating an online account either for yourself or for your client, and then we're gonna go for the processing time. Processing time is 3 months nowadays. Nowadays they are taking some more time because nowadays they are taking interview in every second case. So if you need to prepare yourself or for your client about the interview, what type of question they normally ask interview. They normally ask questions about your job. They normally ask questions, how did you find this employer, and about your job description. The job description, you can get your job description through your once your COS has been allocated to you or has been given to yourself or to your employer by the employer, they're going to give you a cost letter, and to the cost letter you can get a job description. Most of the time the Home Office poses a question about the job descriptions. If you can do that job or you are in a position to do that job in the UK, these are the questions they're going to pose. So decision time, 8 weeks from inside the UK and 3 weeks from outside the UK. But nowadays they are taking long time because the caseload is quite a lot on the Home Office. Therefore, they are taking a bit longer time on these visa categories. So as far as concerned about the fees and financial requirements, so you have to pay to the Home Office about a relevant application fee. You need to pay that you have suffice funds in order to satisfy the maintenance requirement, and you need to pay for immigration health surcharge. So so in this visa category, like the other visa categories, you have to pay 3 fees. First of all, immigration health surcharge, then you need to show the maintenance funds, and then you need to pay the application fee. These are the 3 fees you need to pay the Home Office. So now what you can and what you can't do. You can work in your with your sponsor. However, number of people pose a question, if I can do a work outside of your employer. Yes, you can work outside from your employer, but that work should be compatible with the job description or the code of your own job list. For instance, if a person has come in the UK on a grocery store as a HR manager, then yes, you can do a part-time job somewhere else after 20 hours, but it should be at the grocery store of HR department or HR department of any other area. You are not, there's a misconception that you're allowed to do work anywhere 20 hours. No, this is the wrong misconception. You are not allowed to work 20 hours anywhere. You are allowed to do the work up to 20 hours, and that those 20 hours should be compatible with your own job description or visa. You can bring your own dependents. You can travel outside the UK and come back, and you can do unpaid work in any charity or any organization who does unpaid work, and how once 5 year been completed, then straight away you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. These are the things which you can do and which you can't do. So in order to apply to the skilled worker visa, you need first of all COS, then which is called in normal COS. Then you need to satisfy the Home Office about the English language requirement. Then you need to satisfy the Home Office about your maintenance requirement. Once you have satisfied these requirements, you will apply online visa. How to apply? As I already told you, you need to create an account on gov.uk. And once it has been done from outside the UK, you need to go in order to give the biometrics. Once it has been done, if the Home Office satisfied, they're going to grant you a skilled worker visa. If they're not satisfied, you're going to receive an email about job interview, what type of question they normally ask in job interview. As I told you, you need to satisfy Home Office that it's a proper job, it's a job, the threshold of a job, the description of a job, the Home Office, you need to satisfy the Home Office. It's a genuine skilled worker visa, and the rules have not been compromised. And you need to satisfy Home Office that you are meeting the whole requirement and guidelines which are entailed under the category of skilled worker visa route. So these are the things which you can and which you can't. And I hope I explained you in detail about this last category, which was skilled worker visa. Saad, if you have any questions, Zakia, Zuma, and all of my colleagues, all of you are quite respectable for me. I can't remember all of your name. However, with the passage of time, the way we're going to work with each other, the way you're going to attend my lecture, I start remembering all of your names. If you have any question, you can post now about skilled worker visa, please.
Well, I would like to ask a question.
Go ahead, Zuma, please.
For someone planning long term, what should they think about before choosing this route, specifically this skilled worker visa?
In order to apply for long term, as far as concerned about long term, at first stage you need to apply. There's no long term or short term, Zuma. You can apply at first stage. You need to apply, find an employer. Once an employer has been found, you need to spend 5 years within the UK. And once this 5 year been passed, then you can apply straight away for indefinite leave to remain. The whole time duration is 5 year. Once 5 year been spent in the UK, then you can apply straight away for indefinite leave to remain. So I hope I answer your question.
Yes, and also I would like to ask you that in your experience, what's the most common misunderstanding people have about the skilled worker visa?
Let me explain you what there's a lots of misuse of skilled worker visa. I have found number of people who are being scammed. Basically, there are lots of people in a market who are making money through this route. They do not have proper jobs, and there's a lots of misunderstanding about the skilled worker visa. It's very important for you, if you have found a job from outside the UK, straight away double check the good standing of that company. As I told you, the regulator of the companies in this country is Companies House. You need to double check if the company is registered with the Companies House. And after double checking, you need to go to the Home Office website. You need to double check if they are on uh, uh, they can by law they can employ somebody. These are some basic checks which you can do by yourself. If they are eligible, if they are on they're authorized to issue a visa, because all employer, all companies, before issuing, for the sake of arguments, a visa to you, they need a license from the Home Office. They need to apply a license for themselves. And once this license has been granted, thereafter they can employ you. Without getting license, the Home Office, they cannot employ any third party from within the UK or from outside the UK. Once they have a license, they can employ two type of people. Defined, they'll have two categories: defined COS and undefined. Defined are basically those people who gonna come from outside the UK, and undefined are basically those people who can join that specific employer from within the UK. So this is the whole crux. You need to double check first of all uh, with the company's house, who is a regulator of the company in this country. If that company is eligible to the company's house, you can check about the past history. How many shareholders are there in that company? How many people are working in that company? Who is a director of that company? You can double check as well about the past about the past tax return. What was the profit ratio of that company? You can, once you have checked this one, thereafter you can check to gov.uk. It's a web page of the Home Office. You can check if that specific company is authorized to issue a visa to anyone. Once it has been sorted, then obviously third stage, you have to give an interview to that specific company. After giving the interview, that specific company gonna issue or allocate cost to you. After allocation of cost, you need to apply a visa to the web page which I told you, and which is gov.uk. This is the whole procedure. I hope I have explained you in detail the in and out of skilled worker visa. If you have any further questions, you can pose over.
Yes, sir.
Any further question, please? Zakia, any further question? Hashim?
No, Mr. Sir, we covered everything very well. Thank you.
Those people who are from outside the country, if you have any further question, please pose. This is your time now, because I have covered 4 categories now, and almost 3 hours been passed now. We have 5 minutes. You can pose any question now, either it is related to you within category or without category. You can pose any question. Saad, can we pose irrelevant questions as well? I think Saad
Yes,
has
sir.
put us. Can we pose any irrelevant questions now, which are not related to
No,
this one session?
just wait, sir. Let me check.
Any question you can pose now, dear. If you are a new lawyer, you are a student, or whatever is your situation, you can pose any question now.
Should
Sir,
we
I got a
stop
question.
the sharing?
Yes, yes, Saad, stop sharing, and then we can pose any question.
Yeah, chat is there. Everybody have access.
Ibtisam, any question? Zumar, Zakia, I've started memorizing name of all of you. You can pose any question now.
Everybody have access.
So, Mr.
Ibtisam,
Yeah, would you share the information of the future trainings or courses via email so we can be obviously,
Zakia, are you discussing about immigration
yeah,
advice authority sessions?
yeah, any sort of the immigration related courses in the future we
Oh,
can host?
yes, Zakia, let me explain you. The purpose of this course is to share information to enhance the capacity of professional lawyer. Uh, Apart from this one, we have other courses which we are going to offer, which are our hybrid courses. Hybrid courses mean some are face to face and some we're going to conduct in house. So in future, we have a plan in place, not a plan in place. We are going to conduct immigration advice courses. If someone is interested to become immigration advice, a regulated immigration advisor in the UK, uh, uh, we we are going to offer immigration advice authority courses for them. And if you have passed, obviously we're gonna teach you, we're gonna train you. After getting training, you need to appear in exam with the Immigration Advisor Authority, and after passing this exam, you can be regulated or accredited with Immigration Advisor Authority as an immigration advisor. And after passing this exam, you can open up your own immigration advice law firm in the UK if you are eligible to do work in the UK. And apart from that, if you are outside from the UK, you can give a title of accredited immigration advisor from outside the UK. This is a shortest way in order to enter yourself in immigration law domain. Apart from that, we obviously offer solicitors SQ1, SQ2, and bar transfer test exams. Those are lengthy exams. Obviously, we are offering and we're going to offer. But apart from this one, these three, I would suggest you if someone is interested about immigration advice authority, further, courses, we are happy to provide you further details. The time duration will be about 2 months of this course. And according to my point of view, after 2 months, you will be in a position to appear in exam, and you can straight away clear this exam, and straight away you can start your professional career as an immigration consultant within the UK and outside from the UK. This course will be in a very detailed, very, very detailed, and the whole duration of this course will be two months. If you need any further information, you can be in touch with me or Mr. Saad. Zakia, I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, that's good. Thank you. Yeah, you have. Thank you.
Gule Khuban, please, if you are interested in any course, especially in immigration law, I know you are working with an entity who are doing some sort of immigration work. We are happy to assist you in order to become immigration advisor course. I'm sorry, sometime actually inside this office, these lights are sensor based. If I stop doing movements, they go off, and I need to move a bit in order to give a sense that I'm not sleeping. I'm explaining you something, therefore they go on straight away. I think we have covered everything. Can we finish this session today?
Sir, I had one question.
Go ahead, Ibtisam.
So, I know some people, and you must also know a lot of people who make fake bank statements, right? They borrow a lot of money from some people and then collect a lot of money, around 70 lakhs or something, to obtain their visas. So, I mean, how unsafe is it, or, or what happens to those?
Ibtisam, if you are providing anything which is not a genuine, don't do it. I would suggest you get a declaration from your client, whatever he or she is providing is genuine. Otherwise, you can put yourself in a lot of misery. It is your regulatory requirement. It is your regulatory obligation that do not provide any document to the Home Office which is not of genuine nature. This is the simple answer. The bank statement must be of a genuine nature. The purpose of this course is to enhance the capacity of people. So in future, illegal immigration can be stopped from anywhere. UK Home Office expecting legal immigration, not illegal immigration. So I would suggest you straight away ask the client that, look, I'm not interested to do this case. It's better to say no instead of putting yourself and your client in trouble. If the Home Office has established that bank statement was fake, they can straight away ban your client for 10 years. And the client will straight away blame to you. And end of the day, the client gonna launch a complaint to yourself, against yourself, to your regulatory body. So this is the answer of this question.
All right, understood.
I hope I have explained you some ethics as well. The purpose was to explain you rules, to explain you ethics as well. Ittisam, this is your professional obligation under professional code of conduct not to handle any matter or any case which you knowingly know that the fake documents have been provided. Straight away inform to the client that you are not going to handle this case because you're not allowed. If you are intentionally handling that case, it means you are misleading the court, you are misleading the Home Office, which you are not allowed under your regulatory framework. Any further question you can pose, anyone?
Sir, you also mentioned that there is a regulatory authority in UK to start a consultation about immigration, right? So,
Yes.
so if we were to take a start, then do we need to be registered from the beginning, or we can start right away from Pakistan or outside of the UK?
Outside, yes, you can take a start with us, but as far as concerned about at what stage you're going to take a start from the very beginning, because it's quite a comprehensive exam. We'll provide you tuition. We're going to prepare you for the exam of Immigration Advice Authority. If you did not take a start from the beginning, you won't be able to cope up. If you are in a mood or you are planning to take this course, start from the day first, because after 2 months, you'll be in a position to appear in exam straight away. Otherwise, you won't be able to clear this exam. I have tried my level best to in this course, especially Immigration Advice Authority course, to teach you to exam point of view, not to teach you the whole of structure, just to give you further and further information. I try my level best to prepare a course structure in order to pass this exam, to shrink as much as possible, and to provide you that information which is necessary in order to pass the Immigration Advice Authority exam.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Any further question, please? We'll provide introductory lecture on Immigration Advice Authority in upcoming weeks, and we'll share with you about those introductory lectures. You can get some benefits about those lectures. Any further question from anyone, I'm happy to answer, or we can finish in a few minutes, please. No question? I think we need to finish now. Many thanks for all of you for attending this session.
Thank you,
I
sir.
hope
Thank you. Means a lot.
you're welcome. I hope I have explained you in detail. However, if you have any further question, you can post in a group or you can WhatsApp me. I'm available 24/7. If I do not answer, it does not mean I'm ignoring you. It means I'm stuck somewhere or I'm busy somewhere. I'll definitely answer all of your queries once I'm free. Thank you indeed for attending this session and enjoy your rest of the day, dear. Thank you.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much. Thank you very much for giving the wonderful session.